Welcome back to another Hockey Nation show with the hockey coach, your coach Frenchy directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing, great, thankfully Thursday night, September 7, 2023, the beginning of the NFL. I'm going to do live stream football. Just kidding. But I'm going to put the score in the corner, and I'm sure our friend RJ Calabo is going to give us some score during the game, during the show tonight, what's going on. Look like the Detroit Lions play tonight again the Kansas City Chiefs. The winner of the Super Bowl look like, I'm not sure about that, but it is what it is. And that's all. That's only knowledgeable I have about that game tonight. I don't know who's going to win. I took Kansas City on my long time. We have a fantasy football I play since 2001. Every year. It's $5 per week. You have only select the winner of the game. That's it. That's all. So I don't really, you don't have to know. You just have to be lucky. Every year, at least I win something back. I always gave my money back. Anyhow, so that's happening for me for my fantasy football. That's the only thing I do. The rest, guys, I'm out of that. Tonight, I'm excited. First of all, I wake up really great this morning. I wake up at 4. And then I prepare the show. The show tonight, we have so many things to talk about this. The preparation, the show, it took me 2 hours. But finally, I have 5 questions for Frenchy Quiz. And I can say to you, this question tonight is one of the most difficult night for question. I give a 9 at least on those questions. But every time I do question, the people say, well, but what number Guy Lafleur wear and number 10, right? Or Chris Bronger and NHL 44. It will be easy. I try with my question, whatever they are difficult, to give you some knowledgeable or to know more about hockey or about what happening with that players or that's happening with the team. So it's a little bit that the direction I do my question. And not only said, okay, who was straight for Patrick Roy, gave me one name. It would be too easy. So I don't try to mess up with each one of you. My purpose of Frenchy Quiz is really about, a little bit more about hockey. That's it. That's all. Nothing else about that. So don't miss it tonight. You're going to enjoy it. I'm really happy about my question tonight. But look, guys, the Montreal Canadian golf tournament starts Monday. It's really where we turn the switch on Monday night. We're going to talk about Montreal Canadian. Then now it's going to be really the season of the year. And we're going to start next week, guys, the Hockey Nation Overtime Show next week. And I can wait to start this next for upcoming week. We try to turn around this a little bit more. Everything like this. By the way, we want to thank Jerry Willett. He's the first one to buy merchandise apparel on my website, so on my store. So thank you so much, Jerry, about that. You can watch. You can go on my apparel to buy this. He's going to build this. Take time. And again, I have too many things to do every day, and it's no excuse. I don't want to give excuses. It's my fault. Take responsibility, coach. Kick your butt. You should do better about that. I will. Anyhow, let's welcome everybody here. Thanks for being a part of the show tonight. We're going to go a quick hello to everybody. Then I'm going to go have a lot of news to talk about on the both sides, the Montreal Canadian, and then, of course, the NHL news. And then tonight we talk about the Metropolitan Division preview. And I give you a really good set of each team. And at the end, I'm going to give you my standing of the Metropolitan Division. And then maybe together we can do the 8-team playoff, can make the Eastern Conference. Anyhow, we have Mr. Roy from Bangkok is in the house, my dear bird. Roy, thanks to be with us tonight. Merci beaucoup d'être avec nous ce soir. On apprécie beaucoup, Mr. Roy. Then we have Léon Renaud, de retour avec nous ce soir dans la belle province de Québec. Léon, thanks to be with our National Show. I should open up more here about that. Thanks so much, Leo. Hopefully, you had an amazing, great day. What about our friend Luciano Graziano back in the house? Thanks for all that. Luciano, guys, he contributes very well as a mod. And, of course, he helped me a lot about different things behind the scenes you don't see many things. He carry on all the link in the chat. So thanks so much, Luciano, for that one over there. Archie Calabro, New Jersey, hopefully doing better for your COVID with all the update about fun news around the league. Thanks so much, Luciano, for the fantasy hockey. Guys, you want to join the fantasy hockey, it's simple. You have no passport. Do you need a passport to go fantasy hockey? I don't think so. You don't need a password, and you can go on the link Luciano provide to you in the chat. We're looking for 16 GM, 15 because honestly I'm in, and then we're going to build maybe another one with only fees during the season. So if you're interested to join us, please click on the like. It's easy, nothing complicated, and then the draft going to start usually the Sunday before the season start. So expect on that area, on that night, on that day or that weekend. Ray Cornoyer, Roadrunner, back in the house. Thanks so much for all the like we got. From Alberta, the writer for the Calgary Flame. Follow him on the Twitter if you want to. Great writer, knows hockey and about the Calgary Flame and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Randy Walkman is in the house. Here we go, the legend, Mr. Nartap, back in the house tonight. Nartap, thanks to be a part of the Hockey National show today. Hopefully an amazing great day. And the Caveman and Toronto. Another moderator. The moderator step up over there. Mr. Jose Duarte is in the house. Jose, hopefully doing well. Jose directly, of course, of the upstate New York. All the prayer and thought about our friend Jose. Again, thanks for everything. You support the channel. Very kind of you. Really, we appreciate. WST is back in the house tonight. Number one, first. Thanks so much, Mr. WST. Thanks for being it. Friend de la belle province de l'Ontario. Back from Ontario, Ottawa, capital of Canada, Mr. Claude Richard. De retour avec nous ce soir. On the men. Here we go. There we can. Oh, Stefan Member, directly from Sweden. Right now, he's at the end of the Close the Bar, the sport bar, and Sweden, north of Sweden. Stefan, he's prepared mentally, physically to be ready for the upcoming season of the NHL 2023-2024. Steph, thanks to be with us. N'oubliez pas de cliquer sur le pouce en haut. Avez-vous encore la même adresse email? Yes, Yann, if you talk about my personal address, yes, coach@coachfrenchy.com. Yann, c'est la meilleure place pour me rejoindre. Yann, coach@coachfrenchy.com, or visit the website, the Twitter account. A lot of people, guys, in the chat, talk to me on the Twitter. They email me or they reply to my post. Coach Frenchy 10X is the name on my nickname on my Twitter. That's something I need to provide to Mr. Luciano. Remind me, Luciano, later about that. J'ai envoyé un email hier. If you envoyé un email hier, Yann, tu l'as peut-être envoyé à HN, whatever, the warm-up email. Honestly, I don't watch this in our tap. It go that direction. But if you want personnellement directement d'envoyer à nous, à moi, coach@coachfrenchy.com. Very easy to that. About that, great coach is going to be tricky again. Yeah, tonight will be very different about this. And I thought, do you still have the again, like last season? We answer to you, Mr. William McClary in the house tonight. Welcome back. About that, Mr. Yan did it. There you go, Mr. Leon. Ways Nando Production. A new program about that. We're going to do something fun, Yan, this year. We're going to provide this next week. I'm just finalizing my how we're going to do that with Yan. But it's not going to be like a show anymore at 5 o'clock p.m. every night to 6 o'clock p.m. The warm-up is out. About that, Run with Kings 20 from Utah. Number one friends of us and Kings back in the house. Thanks so much, everybody. Don't forget to get HTTP on the lights. Our friend Jeff, directly from New Zealand. New Zealand. Great country to visit. You have a chance and the possibility to get there. You can maybe stop to see hi, shake hands to Jeff. Thanks so much, my friend. Hopefully, you're doing well. Thanks to stop by. Don't forget to click on the like. And allez, Montréal pour la prochaine saison. Talking about Montreal, guys, App Nation, my other channel, we're starting next week to do a show in French. I don't know how this channel is going to get direction. French, English, French. I don't know yet. I will try to figure out, but definitely I'm thinking to make at least 1 or 2 shows per week talking about the Montreal Canadian, possible in French. So think about this. You can subscribe. It's going to be a little bit a live streaming, or it will be a live, will be a recording video of the But and premiere, like we did with Ad Branch at some point. So think about this. You can join me about this. About the other show this year. Here we go. And after I respond to Mr. Yan. Good morning, Vietnam from Frenchy Leonidas. Frenchy, welcome back. Notre ami, un autre ami dans la région de Thaïlande, notre neighbor, but this one, because, you know, Roy is in my north, and my friend south is Maurice. Maurice Robillard, back in the house tonight. Welcome back. Directement dans l'ange gardien, ce soir, regardez peut-être le football, le commencement du hockey junior, et même bien la semi-finale du tennis, Luc Lafortune, l'ange gardien du Hockey Nation. Thanks so much, Maurice. Don't forget, guys, bonjour, Mr. Luc. Like I said, we enjoyed your insight on the warm-up show. You're there, always prepared. He was right, the great man about that one there. Franco Iacono, directement from Saint-Léonard, back in the house tonight. Thanks so much. Be a part of the show tonight. Gary Convoyer, how much is goalie contract would cost after the Sanderson contract? That's a great question. I'm going to answer that. That's one part of my subject. And by the way, this is my question of my pool of the day. Will be out the next 45 minutes. What will be the next contract for Caden Coley? Great question, Gary. Going to talk about this next couple of minutes. Coach, I heard that some term are going to erupt. That's true. Not necessarily to move over there, but they are going to play game in Sweden. Toronto will be a part of the team. One of the 4 teams going to be there. Australia have 2 games at the end of the month, 23rd, 24th, something like that. I think is the Los Angeles Kings are going to be there. And that's what I believe will be right there. Alex Kovalev talk about the fact he would prefer to see when Montreal not go to Ottawa Senator. Yeah. Where is Marco, my only fans, Frankie, about that one over there? What about RDP? It's a clip from Newfoundland. Levi, Don Levi. It's directly. He's born in Montreal. So, welcome back. Love Ben in Montreal. It was obvious. Yes, after a couple of years over there, people talk about this. I mean, it was really at the time. And Roy said you should do it until you get the slash and the play was in the goal against Sebastien, our friend Sebastien, back in the house. He's coming very soon, Sebastien. Patient, it's coming soon. The channel look at Shane Wright for sure looking more. We'll see. A couple of years to wait after that. We have amazing what it's going to turn around to be. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. We appreciate a lot. Let people pop up here. Thanks so much on the great Thursday night. Hopefully, we have more people going to join talking about hockey. Because there are a lot of subjects to talk about. What you have tonight, Coach. First of all, we're going to sharing this with you. Coach, he has the preview of the Metropolitan Division tonight. I'm going to talk about this and my subject of the night. Let me check my graphic. I have so many things here, guys. My graphic now. The subject of the night, 33 days. Who remember, guys? Patrick Arroy, 33 days before the beginning of the season. Sébastien, exactly. I love this picture, by the way. Who remember, guys, the Ko-O glove? Patrick, well, I really like that picture. Something I think I'm going to think about this or that. So, of course, Patrick Roy, 33 days. But tonight, guys, and Metropolitan Division, the NHL team preview. We're going to talk about, of course, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Can they make the playoff or not? Jack Hughes. And then, of course, just second for the New York Rangers. How many points they're going to get at the end of the season. And finally, guys, if you watch, it's funny, guys, if I do a Montreal Canadiens video, I'm getting 1,000. And YouTube channel is really strange. I make about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. If I make a fake trade, people watch this. That's crazy. Then I talk a really nice video about Jake Sanderson, 8 years contract, $64.4 million. If you look, my video is about 3-4 minutes, and I make a lot of great point about the reason why they get him, everything like that. And nobody watch it. So the YouTube channel, they don't push my video. Really crazy. Really crazy. But cannot be discouraged. We cannot give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to show up again tomorrow. Of course, we cannot give up in life. Let's see what happened here, guys. We're a couple of people. I go back and forth tonight. It's Thursday night, guys, so let's have a great time together. About that. Coach, did you hear about Casper Kapanen? I'm most similar to Kapanen. Yeah, another one got arrested with some kind of problem with the drug again, with the drinking, everything like that, and aggravate assault, whatever it is. Another player, guys. It's getting more and more, right? And you think about the last couple of one of them, Kapanen, Katchenak, Nikushin. Is it Nikushin? I can't remember his last name for Colorado Avalanche. Not good. And, right now, Michkov, talking about Michkov, guys, don't panic. Don't panic. People they are crazy on the Twitter right now. He was L3 scratch 2 game. This is the end of Michkov. He played only 6 minutes 41. Yeah, man, I'm happy now. Montreal yesterday. Hey, relax, guys. KHL, strange league. KHL, it's not a place to develop players. They don't have no time to develop for the NHL. They just play game, right? So take a time here, a break a little bit about Mitch Clark. He's going to be fine. He's going to be a great hockey player. It's just normal process, and it's happening every year when you become a rookie in the league to grow when you play with one of the best teams in SEC at the KHL. By the way, they lost yesterday. Again, mistake, I believe, and Kishinev scored have 1 point yesterday. Anyhow. So, Mishkov, guys, take a break. We're going to breathe a little bit in 2-3 years. I know it's compare him to Ray Backer, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be a good hockey player in NHL. Just normal. Great question, Luciano. Mr. Tony DeMarc.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Because Tony the Tiger is in the house. William said Metro Season is too heavy. William, it's a great point, and at the same time, when I start to go deeper, and when I said deeper, guys, I went to the deep of each team and their first line, the second line, the third line, the fourth line, and on the forward, and then I go on the goaltender, and then I look about their prospect, and then I check their strength and their weak, where they are weak on paper or on the maybe reputation, maybe they're looking good. But if you look about Flowers maybe not make more 60 points. If you look about Columbus, a lot of question over there. If you look about the Washington Capitals, a lot of question over there. My Pittsburgh Penguins, like nobody said they're not going to make the playoff, they need to be better on special team. But I can go all the way like this. So I'm going to show it to you tonight the reason I believe I change a bit my point of view about the division, the Metropolitan Division. Whatsoever, they have a great point over there. Yes, Sebastian, great about this. Montreal Canadiens, Crosby would be not retired. He really love play hockey. No, he love hockey for sure. Coach, do you think goalie Carling higher Sanderson? I think it is higher. Gary Conway is a great point talking about that. I'm going to let me go through something, but I have a really good subject about uh, Ken Cooley. Dallin and the Buffalo closing an 8 year at $10.5 million. It was the news what we heard about that. Nicolas de Gauby-Bonneau is in the house, directement de la belle province de Québec, dans la région de Sherbrooke. Nicolas de Gauby-Bonneau, welcome back. Thanks to be a part of the Hockey National show. Don't forget, please, to click on the likes. We should have more people in the channel. And can I make all the message on the amount of term? Can we almost old Buffalo assess on the amount of the end the term? Yes, William. And again, we'll be interested to see what happened. The call knows them also a cap. They all have the same goal. It's gonna work out. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I wonder how Buffalo will do in the Classic. I'm thinking they will be in the top four of that division. I feel the same way, Sebastian. I feel good about that for them. Mishkov is get the paycheck on the bang on the scratch. Yes, he got that money, whatever happening to him. Leon Renault, Buffalo made the big mistake. Good got that in 8-6 minutes 2 years ago. I don't know. I can understand your point of view, Leo, when you talk that way. But I don't know if Dallin will accept that. 8 million, 8 years at $6 million. I don't think so. I'll be disagree because you think about this, the contract Jack Hughes, Robert Thomas, Jordan Kiro, Sergachev, and you look about what they gave to Dylan Carson with the team, Tage Thompson. I don't think so. I think it would be more higher number for him 2 years ago. But I can understand. Coach is a joke. Mitch Cobb is his coach. Mitch Cobb coach is a joke. Yes, it is. I agree with you, Gary, about his coach. I don't see Luc Laverson. Mitch Cobb can no way play for the Flyers. Totola is still there. Will come in, or he come in the. Mitch Cobb can in no way play in the Flyers. His still there. I don't think so. It will happen at the same time about that. For sure, Luciano. I don't think so. Tortora will be there. I think Tortora could be. Guys, remember, every time a new GM get a contract, get a new job with a new team, at least it go through usually 3 GM. What you talk about? Usually, a GM get the coach already there, and then after that, he's going to fire that GM or that coach, or the coach leave. And then he get his men, and then after that, he could go through possible to fire that guy at some point. This is just a normal if a GM stay between 5 to 10 years with the same team. This is a wheel every year, every time. So I expect Tortorella to be maybe one more year, and he would say, you know what, I'm out of here now. And Briere would say, look, Tort, you're almost 68 years old, 70 years old. I'm going to another direction. But yes, that's what I believe about that. Buffalo have a good team, but they keep choking. Yeah, I agree with you, look. And guys, it's. I understand what you look. I understand your point of view, right? You did for the 12 years, did not make the playoff and everything. They struggled, who remember the 2006, the team they have over there? It was so amazing, great team, Buffalo Sabres, and they unfortunately did not make it all the way to win the Stanley Cup. They have the team to win the Stanley Cup, by the way. Anyhow, look, at some point, the slum is going to stop, or the strike, it will stop. And that's what's happening this year. A lot of people asking me, why did not get a new goaltender? I believe because they really believe on Levi. They really believe the duo they got right now, it's not necessary to go that way at that moment of the year, and then they can see a little bit later. But look, they're going to have a really good team this year. Look about their lineup. It's a good lineup. Unfortunately, they lost Jack Quinn, but it's not end. But the defenseman guy, it's big, it's huge. Who you talk about? But Dallin, over 6 foot. 6'2", I believe he is. And then you have Owen Power, 6'6". Rasmussen over there. Now they add Eric Johnson as a third, fourth defenseman. And they have a really good core of the defensemen over there and a good players they have. Lock him, Sébastien. Randy, welcome back. Columbus, Ottawa, Philadelphia are still going to be in the bottom of the standing, Sébastien. Columbus, Ottawa, Philadelphia. Ottawa, but it depends what is the bottom of the standing. Ottawa, I don't think so. The Flyers, absolutely about this, Sébastien. Arizona, I think they're going to be. I think Arizona have a better team what we expect. But I will feel it. I will feel them like 26, 27, 28, like the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. Thanks so much, RJ. A lot of the team at 5 and 10 look horrible. Tony DeMarc, I agree with you. Columbus need to dome Leon Laney, Patrick Laney. Spencer Knight and Jacob Vrana, other two who has a trouble with a drug coach. Yeah, there's two other players that they struggle with some kind of illness at some point. And unfortunately for that, too many players. Vegas has Carolina, the top team in the East, at a 100 point beat in the season above Devils and on 108. William, like it. Fuller. Jacky ceiling is Tom Wilson from the Montreal Canadiens scout. It's not bad to compare to him, WST. Can he become win? We'll see what the time. By the way, talking about Florent Jacky scored a goal last night during the preseason. The guy is coming now. The preseason, the media AAA in Quebec start this weekend. And Jacky scored a goal last night on the September 6th. So it was like, it was last night, guys. About this one of them. The round the Metro, Sébastien not good. Montreal ne make a post-Cup playoff. We cannot face Devils and the playoff. I believe the Devils will make it this time, just a feeling. Coach, question. Look like the AB maybe not be compensated for the making the playoff, but very important compensation for offense, defense, goaltender, and he thought that. But last year it will continue to have more, and it will be more and more from the internal or from the intern. Why? Because you have so many prospects now for the Montreal Canadiens, Franco. So they're going to be a better team for competitive during the season. They're going to be better game to stay there. It was rough again. 2 years ago, Gary, it was really rough. But last season, maybe like one, maybe 2 times, 2 slum in the Montreal Canadiens. But overall, around, it was not too bad about that. But again, I think you're going to have a lot of great. I can wait. It's getting excited. Are you excited? Are you excited? It's coming, guys. What are you talking about? But I'm talking about the fact, the training camp. Next week, guys, Montreal play the 3 game. Next weekend. Not this weekend, the following weekend. They play 3 games. Going to see Joshua Roy, Riley Kidney again. We're going to see other rookie from the Montreal Canadiens, Sean Farrell. I don't know if Farrell will be there. I think so. So it will be fun to watch. And then after that, the main camp. Last year, it was fun to watching Owen Beck. Owen Beck pushed the Montreal Canadiens to the limits. Jacky, what nobody was expect to be a part of the team, make it. Which player for the Montreal Canadiens could do that? Is it Henneman? Right? Is it Farrell? It's just Joshua Roy. And the Kansas State touchdown, ladies and gentlemen, Kansas State touchdown at the end of the second quarter. And I'm going to change this at some point. We follow football here this year, guys. We follow football. 4-4. I would put half time. 4-4, guys. The champion score. Almost a touchdown there. But again, that's something about that one. So hopefully that answers your question, Franco. It will be fun. It will be interesting to see that. Can someone push the Montreal Canadiens make other decisions what they expect? Ray Backer. Everybody want to see Ray Backer. Mayu. Want to see what it look like Mayu. So it's coming. Next year, we're going to have Lane Hudson. Talk possible be a part of this next season. So again, what happened with William Trudeau? Can he step up? So a lot of great thing, great question, Franco, about that. For that, GSM, Crosby just turned 36 last month. He's playing another 4 seasons. Still retired before 2040. Doing a very important run next season to reach at 1,800 points. Very possible, GSM. And thanks to be a part of the show tonight. We appreciate a lot to be. Don't forget, guys, to click on that. That'd be awesome. A great point about this. William, coach, who has the better team friendly? Contra Jack Hughes or Tage Thompson? That's a great question. Jack Hughes at 8x8, and I think Thompson at $7.1 million. I think it is. I think it was 7.7 for Thompson, or 7.1 and 7 years. I don't think so. He get 8 on that one there. Can let me check again. I'll have to look about that one, because when you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. 7 years at 7.142. I apologize, guys. I was off of 100 for 42,857. That would get 7 years. So if you compare both players, right? Jack Hughes, a little bit younger, by the way. Jack Hughes step up right away earlier at Tage Thompson. Now, Thompson, at the end of the day, is going to score goal. Jack Hughes is going to have the 100 point. Now, Jack Hughes, can he become the 40, 50 goal? So, for me, I will say to you, friendly one, I will go more with Jack Hughes. Both of them make an impact to the team. Both of them is like the strength for Thompson, the shot of Thompson, his physicality of the game, the size of Thompson as a center, and the way he carry on the team on his shoulder. Jack Hughes uses the speed. He's shifty. He's really smart hockey player. He has a vision. He's a playmaker. And that's the trend between both players. I will say to you, for me, 8-8 Jack Hughes. This is a great contract for Jack Hughes. But again, Tage Thompson, if he continues performing, I think last year, have what, 38, 47 goal, 38. About that. Thompson have 94 points. I know he's almost there. But I think for me, you're going to get more Prim or Jack Hughes around about that. So I was a bit off about the number of points. I thought Thompson had 86 points last year, but 94. It's not too bad. But I expect more for me. The impact at Jack Hughes, a little bit more for 700,000, 900,000. I think Jack Hughes is a little bit friendly, but both of them have a great contract. What is another from Arvada is in the house. Sorry to hear that, Willie, about your co-host. Prayer and thought about her for sure, Willie. We appreciate that to sharing the news, and hopefully it will be the best. I see Buffalo's having some recap problems sooner later. Not really. I will say to you about that. Not really. And look about Ottawa Senator right now. But right now, the Buffalo Sabres have 8.7 million, Gary. Next year, they're going to lose at least $11 million, guys, from Olofsson, Medelstad, Gergensen, Okposo. Right there. Most of them are not part of the future for the team. Now you open up Gary, another $11 million, and they're going to have Eric Johnson, another $3 million. And they're losing Eric Kemry, another 1.8. We talk about another $5 million. They're going to have $13 million. Plus, they have already, guys, $8 million open up. So they're going to carry on at $20 million for that part of there. So they're going to have another defenseman at high price. But I don't feel that way right now. I don't see this right now. And remember, guys, the salary cap is going to be increasing to 88, 92, 97. We're going to be, I don't know, we'll be alive, but $100 million salary cap will be in the NHL the next seven years max. I wouldn't be surprised. By enter and compensate, I mean team player competition for position. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I answered to your question, Franco, about that for sure. We got Caulfield, we got Gallagher, we got any golden player. Now Mentabo can step up. They can get a good season. It depends, Sebastian. What is a good season for you? For me, a good season is 78 points. That's what I see that. 78 points for the Montreal Canadiens. Do you think Levi would be a number one, mon ami? Look, he's looking good. He's looking good. I never thought he's going to be that way. We all know he's a 6 foot, but again, he's so quick, so fast, so amazing. I think it could be that way. They have a goalie, Brandy. Maybe they have it. Maybe it's Levi. And Leo Ghana is not a bad goaltender. I will see what happening about this. I'm a big on the Devil because look how they played last year under an older school, the old school. The only problem the channel I will say to you is the goaltender situation over there. But we'll see. I've been Levi. Devil gave up a 24 goal again to Carolina last year. Playoff, I thought like not very good. Montreal can play the Leaf, the Senator, the Red Wings. Sebastien, again, optimist you are. Great to see that. But again, outplay the Leafs. I don't think so. The Senator, I don't think so. And the Red Wing, I think they are a better team what we think they are. So it will be really interesting to see that. I don't know. Sebastian, I can understand you're optimistic about the Montreal Canadiens, but we have to be realistic here, guys. I don't see what could happen for the Montreal Canadiens. Unfortunately, Sebastian, they are about 13 more teams better than right now. I agree with you. Buffalo has the best going for them. Prospect, young talent, youth cap. Yeah, absolutely. The Panthers, Lightning, and the Bruins. Here we go. All right. Skinner is overpaid. It's a funny Skinner, guys. It's funny Skinner for me. Why you said that? Skinner, guy, he work every 2 years. He work hard 1 year and then he take off. He work hard 1 year, when he take off. 35, 33 goal last season. The last season, look, he has 63 and 82 points. Before that, he got 63 points. Yeah, 40 goals. So he's a guy can score, guys, an average of, guys, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons and the last 9 years of 33 goals plus in NHL. The players get money for when he score goal. Obviously, they got an 8-year contract, I believe, at $9 million. So it's a little bit too much for him for sure. Look, but $8 million, I think it would be a good one about that. Carolina could have the deepest defenseman in NHL, William. Skinner is overpaid. That's one of them. So that overpower is impressive for such a young defenseman. I agree with you, WST. Carolina need more scoring, like in our top. I always said, the good luck coming back. GM, New Jersey, Carolina. Do you see Philly hurting from drafting Mitch Cobb? I don't know, Willie. I don't think so. I think we have to wait. Guys, they're going to get Mitch Cobb next at some point, and next year they're going to be top 3 pick in NHL. So we talk about Celebrini, we talk about Elzenman, we talk about Leo Kushin, the defenseman, and then you talk about the Dimitrov, the another one Russian forward. So Flowers, guys, in 2 years and 3-5 years, they're going to be great hockey players. So first season was a Cincinnati 16 now. Is Jacksonville. This is good. I get to watch them play. Real deal. Montreal, and it'd be better team than all the team and the Atlantic, except the baby Buffalo. All right. Jay Mascot in the house. Montreal get at least a second or third round overall pick next year. They could get Cole Elzerman or even Timidov. So they look like great prospect for the future. There you go, Jay. I'm just talking about this. Just see your fit there. Maurice, I agree with you about this. Mr. Danny T is back in the house. Yeah, possible. We'll see. I remember watching a play for the minor bantam Marlies in Toronto. It was amazing. The ring was packed. People coming to watch the kids play. Great to see that. Can come out the ease. About that. I expect they will regress Luc Laverson. Thanks so much, RJ. I'm gonna to say Carolina only because yep, try to pick it up everything. Like, don't forget, guys, to cut the light. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. Pittsburgh will finish 7 or better in the East. Montreal is best player, remain injury from finish bottom 8 at 10 in the East for that one over there. For that, another question, Christophe Lindstrom. All right, I'll let in our top answer that one. Clement Preston is US Open. Glue this ball feet to the cement. Clement Protestor at US Open. Glue his bare feet to the cement. Oh my God. Cannot wait to see the progression of the young star for the amateur Canadian. Go, Sarkoski, go, Gary Cournoyer. About that. Then I tend to pick it up here, everything like that. Here we go. I'm going to move on, guys, because we want a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's start with the news for the Montreal Canadian, if you don't mind. I'm going to remove that for this app news for the Montreal Canadian. I have a few of them. I want to hear that. Let's talk first about Jonathan Drouin. What? Jonathan Drouin? Yeah, because the mise au jeu, it's a game, it's a way you can put money, bet on the money on it. Annonce. Jonathan Drouin is going to have more points at Kirby Dach and Alexis Lafrenière. My question to you in the chat, I would like to hear, do you believe Jonathan Drouin is going to have more points at Kirby Dach and Alexis Lafrenière? Here we go. We'll see what happened about this one or that. I agree with you, Randy, about Thompson. Try to pick up here. Rick Bengal is in the house. Between 10 to 15 and about 30 to 40 point, Rick. That would be my projection for him. Can prove to be a top 6 for the app. Will compete for the playoff GSM. All right. To be honest, it's the same mistake they did with Thomas Chabot about Sanderson. Welcome, Mr. Gislain. And Thomas Chabot are paid like a veteran on UFA. I would disagree with you. I'm going to talk about the reason why behind that. Thanks so much, Rick, by the way. And then I will see if we have some answer there. So if I can increase $4 million next year, it just means a player $4 million or 4 players plus $1 million. Montreal is only have a top 5 pick last draft because of the massive injury. Then they pick a top next draft. About this. Let's not. A2 is in the house. Welcome back. Thanks so much. I got this last chance to have an impact and a shot with Colorado Gislain. Absolutely not, Luciano. Il y a des rumeurs comme quoi Casper Nicolet aurait conduit yes, Nicolas. No, I don't believe that. Gary Cournoyer, it's okay. They take the teammates. Buffalo, Montreal, Sébastien. The one would get run over the Western Conference, Luciano. You think about that. Coach, depends if the one play with McKinnon. Coach, seriously, if they cannot handle the media pressure and Montreal, how is the one going to handle the better and the betting industry pressure? I don't think so. He's aware about that stuff right there, so I don't think so. We'll be worried about this. Thanks so much, Rick. Drouin would be happy to get out of the spotlight now. They play in the Western Conference. Drouin had his disappointment career. Only McKinnon can save it for him now. Drouin is overrated. Zinnick Gaming, Saint-Charles de Beauce. Welcome back. Jay talk about this one. Great point about this. Another trade bank account. His hockey cat was Danny. Depend if the one does not break a fingernail. Have you been to Australia, Coach Frenchy? No, I did not shock to go there. I'll have to send about that. Next news we got, guys, is a Montreal Canadian site. We got some problem with the Montreal Canadian site. What are you talking about, Coach? But happening, guys, is yesterday, for some reason, Carter Hart, Nicolas Deslauriers, Cam York was the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. And Montreal Canadiens played 20 games and 1 month. And they play, guys, six straight game night. It was a bug inside the app of the Montreal Canadiens, and a lot of people. I cannot believe it, but people pay attention about everything. It was already announced in the Twitter, and Montreal have to make a notification about that. But you can see they played 22 games in 1 month about that one over there. It was very funny. They played 2 times the Vegas, 2 times the Panthers, 2 times the Tampa Bay Lightning. It was just funny to see that. So, bug inside the Montreal Canadiens yesterday, guys, for that, and that's what happening. And it was a big conversation in the social media yesterday. Over 20 game on that one over there. For that, and I thought I would take Deslauriers. I won't take Nicolas Deslauriers. I will tell you why. $1.8 million for 3 more years. He would be 36 years old. And in the lineup, I wouldn't be shocked to see that. And I would not. I don't see, guys. How many people talk? Oh, we need to bring someone for Jekai. How many times Ryan Reeves fight last year? The highest number, I believe, it was Deslauriers with 9 fight last year and 82 games. 9. So I don't know why the Montreal need to bring some kind of players when you have players like Ilonen, Roy, Beck, Farrell, and I can go all the way where we need space. Guys, he carried a contract at $1.7 million and he's already 32 years old. At the end of his contract, he's going to be 35 years old. 33, 34, 35. And when you're going to be his final, so you want to play like him and you line up for 3 more years and give a 3rd round pick in return? I don't think so. But again, you're going to take a spot in our tap of a young players. We're going to remove RHP. We have already Josh Anderson. I don't see the impact of Nicolas Deslauriers or any fighter in NHL for the Montreal Canadiens. Did Wayne Simon did something good with the Toronto Maple Leafs? Did Nicolas Deslauriers make an impact with the Minnesota Wild and the playoff? Did Ryan Reeves did something good with the Rangers? Did Ryan Reeves did something good with the Minnesota Wild? The game changed. The game is not the same anymore. It's not there anymore. It's a 4-liner, guys. It's a 4-liner. Take that money, $2 million, right? And add that money with another contract we have. And then put this together and go get a scorer 40 goal in NHL. Go get a Guanzel. Go get a Bennett. Go get a Renard. Go get a Nylander. Go get a guy who can play on the top 6 we don't have. Go get a goaltender and take that money. I disagree with me. I don't see that. I don't see why we need a guy like that or at times a player like this. So, Randy said that Reeves, I think 3 fight. That's my point behind that. Anyhow, let's move on to the next one. Let's talk about Igor Larionov. With the Montreal Canadiens? No. Not with Montreal Canadiens, Larionov. But, guys, he became a consultant for the Montreal Canadiens during the NHL Draft 2023. So what happening? Larionov is a GM, and he is the GM of the goaltender. They select the Golovkin, I believe his last name. Have an amazing, great start, and he really know him. But at the same time, the Montreal Canadiens contact Larionov about Bogdan. I just love his name, Bogdan Konyeskov. Really great right defenseman, guys. It could be a steal for the Montreal Canadiens at some point. He still have 2 more years contract with KHL. Play at 20 years old, 21 years old now, and KHL. Yeah, what 20 points last season, and Larionov told the Montreal Canadiens about this kid, and again, we'll see what happening, but looking good for him. And Reeve will not scare Albert. Team Nate toughness, but not necessarily an enforcer, Jake McEnroe. I agree with you. I think the name toughness is a great one for that one for sure. About that. A2 said is a great player. I don't know which one. Jerry from Sweden is in the house. Every team that won the cup have a strong man, perhaps a fighter. Are ever rated, but Jekai is good enough to play and make everyone 3-4 inches. I agree with you about that situation. There enough. Todd Pabrav, don't draft Michkov. Maybe that's the point behind that one over there. The next player I want to talk about, guys, is David Rebacker again. Let us subject about him. Don't be surprised if David Rebacker play with the Laval Rocket at the end of the year. I don't know if this one is not there. David Rebacker is supposed to be there. About that one over there. Let's see if we get that one or not. David Rebacker was supposed to have there. Let's see. Sometimes coach is behind the scene. I have a couple of news about David Rebacker, guys. During an interview with Jerry Fleming, assistant coach with the team at Cloden, we know Fleming played with the Montreal Canadiens, I think 11, 13 games, I don't know exactly how many. Big Jan, 6'6", I believe, Fleming. And he talked a lot about Rebacker, how he's so good. And he said, look, he hope he would be impress everybody with the Montreal Canadiens at the camp for the upcoming camp. But he said, and a lot of experts now believe it will be better for Rebacker to start the season with the returning, not start the season with the Montreal Canadiens. So this is what they expect on that player over there. But again, yesterday we talked about the development for the Montreal Canadiens, and I think the road of the development guy is not by going with the Montreal Canadiens right away at the beginning. It's maybe a bit better to go back and listen. If you play, a lot of people say, yeah, but Nemec and Jiricek play. Laval Rocket have a young team, right? And they have defensemen too. They have gem in the defensemen. With Cloden, he's going to be exactly the same kind of quality hockey player, professional league, and he's going to be on the first pairing. He's going to be power play, PK. He's going to have 24, 28 minutes per game. The guy is going to play. He's going to play every game minute by minute. The only way you develop in hockey, guys, and I know people, Marco said yesterday when our top said, you can sit on the bench and watching the game in NHL. But if you don't play, how you can show it what you look like? TOI, time on ice. This is the best way you develop players. So I feel it's the right thing to do with him. Can he play? If you have an amazing camp, like Owen Beck did last year, Owen Beck got an entry-level contract. I feel Rebacker is going to return to Clouden, but don't be surprised, like Eman at the end of the year, he will be back with the Laval Rocket to complete the season, and then see after that. But then after that, be part of Montreal Canadian organization. They're not going to return for a third year with the Clouden. So it will be interesting, David Rebacker. But I wasn't sharing with you. Great interview with Jerry Fleming, and he talked about the kid. He's a great hockey player. And of course, you know what I mean, he wished the best for him to play with the Montreal. But at the end of the day, I'm sure he would love to have him back with his team for the upcoming season. For that, about this, Mr. Gary is in the house. Okay, no, did I agree? And after Coach, I believe you underestimate the people from the chat. I believe that we will see an increasing year over year because the action toughness with Ottawa, Toronto, and Boston. I believe you underestimate people from the chat. What do you mean by this, Gary? I believe that we will see an increase year over year because of the additional toughness with Ottawa. what I said to you, Gary, or any people in the chat, first of all, I never underestimate each one of you. I respect each one of you, but I give my own opinion. Now, you could be disagree with me, not a problem, and I will be disagree with each one of you when you said suppose. But at the end of the day, I will respect your own opinion, Gary, at the end. So I just want to clarify this with you. Secondly, you have no fight in hockey anymore. So when you want to get a players on your four line for fighter to respond to another team because they add a specific players, it's like they add a really good hockey player can score a goal. But now we're going to say, okay, let's add a better goaltender to stop the puck. You don't respond for one team make a change for create a better lineup on your roster. That's my point behind that. It's not because the Flyers add a toughness, or it's because Ottawa Senator add a fighter. Now we have to add a fighter. That's my point behind that. I believe the Montreal Canadiens are rebuilding, and I believe the Montreal Canadiens cannot add players. They have players to develop. And the only way you can develop, if you bring Delorier or any players, Maxime Comtois, Thomas Tatar, Phil Kessel, Mr. X, and the lineup, what happening? You're going to sacrifice the TOI and maybe put out RHP, Islanen, Hanneman, or Sakoski on your lineup. This is the problem I have. Now, if you are compete, if you are close to make the playoff, if you are in the playoff and you're missing a piece of the puzzle, now you can looking about something, but we are not there yet. That's my point. That's behind that. That's only fun I feel about that one, Gary. So that's my answer to you when you said underestimate people from the chat. All right, let's move on for what we got today. We'll just skip what's going on in the chat, and we'll focus on what I need to talk tonight. Kaden Cooley, Gary talked about the fact like Jake Sanderson signed a contract at $8 million with the Ottawa Senator. I would talk with Sanderson, and of course, I'm going to talk about Kaden Cooley at the same time. So it would be easier to see that. Cooley signed an 8-year contract at $8.05 million for a contract at $64.4 million total for Sanderson with the Ottawa Senator. A lot of people question a fact like, oh, that's maybe not good. Maybe it's too much. They should wait. You have a lot of questionable question about that. And I agree with that comparison between both players for the Montreal Canadiens and Cooley and, of course, Sanderson. Sanderson, I believe he was a 7th overall pick or a 5th overall pick by Ottawa Senator. Played 3 years with North Dakota and NCAA. Cooley was 16th overall pick by the Montreal Canadiens. Played 3 seasons with the Prince Albert. Then after he got traded for the Edmonton Oil Kings. And for the first year, you think about 32 points for Sanderson. Cooley have approximately, I don't know exactly the number, the point for Cooley. I can give it to you. I think it was 20-something. The reason behind Cooley is because Cooley did not play enough game for the Montreal Canadiens last season. But you think about the way they play. They are really similar. You have 18 points, I apologize, for Kaden Cooley. And 44 games. So you multiply that, it's approximately 35 points, 33 points for Cooley. But they are really similar. And people say, yeah, but remember, guys, when Jack Hughes get his contract, $8 million, a lot of people said, that's too much, too quick. But we look great now. Tim Suzla got his 8-year contract after one great year in NHL. What happening? He's looking good now, his contract for both players. So Dorion take a gamble again, the same thing with Sanderson. The Sanderson It's a lot of people don't see. Like, because the people, fans, see goal, the highlights of the night. But but Jake Sanderson, guys, does a lot of things on defensive zone nobody see. He's not going to be a player. I don't see Sanderson score 15 goals in NHL and make 60, 70 points. But he will shut down you all the time. His cap control, his skating is amazing. His stick is amazing. He's not a big guy, but he can stop you all the time. It's hard to go around Jake Sanderson. Very hard. Same situation with Caden Coley. I don't see Coley to get a 50, 60 point with an NHL. He really more focused on the defensive zone. He's more physical, Coley. He can stop you. Look what he did with Connor McDavid last season. But they are similar players. And I think that will be the next contract with the Montreal Canadiens at some point to Coley. It will be approximately $8 million. They're going to compare this. So Caden Coley right now go to bed last night smiling about Sanderson. Because the contract of them, or both of them, they are really similar about that. And that's the reason behind that's between Cooley and, of course, of the Jake Sanderson about that. My next news I want to talk about, guys, is Stephen Robidas. The Montreal Canadiens, Robidas said the team is going to be more competitive for the upcoming season. He expects a great year. He's getting excited. He was at the golf tournament yesterday in the Sherbrooke area for the midget AAA, I believe. And he's really expect a lot of great things. He said, look, he did not talk too much with Ray Barker. He's excited to see him play with the Montreal Canadiens at some point. But he believed the team will be more competitive for the upcoming season. And that's the one reason he think it will be good for the upcoming season. But again, at the beginning, everybody's smiling, everybody's excited, everybody is enthusiastic for the season for each hockey fans and for the coaches. They feel it. Now they're getting more there, and they can wait to be next week. This is the beginning of the week, next week for the Montreal Canadiens. So that will be happen for Stephen Robidas. The subject of the night, guys, about the Metropolitan Division. I like to be on the time, follow the time all the time, and and then we appreciate a lot. Joe Manella, welcome in the house. Vinny James 007, welcome in the house. Thank you to be a part of the show. Can you should leave Ray Barker in Europe, keep him away from the negative media in Montreal for at least 1 year, even 2 years about that one or that. Ray Barker would be just fine. Our fine time will tell. Luc Lafortune is taking about Delorier. He is a sad player. Jerry. Senator tap 6 million and 2 Deschamps and Sanderson. Justin Lefebvre. La Framboise, welcome in the house. Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. Don't forget to click on the like, that'd be awesome. Producer Sebastien, I'm not Gary, but it makes no sense for me because it's not a Pride Day or a Pride Month or a Pride Year. The truth is a Pride Live. Coach, why are you so high on Island? He's a great skater, great shooter. He's a guy who can play on power play. I think he could be, if you have a player like him at the 4 line with the speed, good hands, that way, there's a guy who can score 10, 15 goals per year. And he can bring him, you can bring Allen on the 3rd line, top 9, anytime, any night. Very responsible on defensive zone, by the way. He played very well his 200 game. Well, that's what the reason I would say to you, I'm really good about Jesse Allen for that. Here we go. Fighting happened in Martin particular situation, but is the auxiliary talent of the players, Black Shot, Bogblot, and the ideal defenseman of the for check that really that's the team. I think coach won a great fighting goalie. Yeah, maybe correct. Maybe Bennington for that one over there. Fight match now. And the next 2 years, we will have Baron, Coley, Harris, Jekai, Rebecca, Hudson, and Mayu. No room for your Russian, whatever his name is. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What about Jerry Adam Engstrom? What about if Barron cannot become the player you expect from him? You never know the ceiling. It's like Jerry, if you think that way, so Montreal cannot select any defenseman anymore on the NHL draft. Guys, you never know a player. 2 years ago, everybody said Norlander is going to be the future with Montreal Canadien. He's 23 years old. Got hurt. Year after year. Concussion. You never know. You never know. You don't know the ceiling, each one of them. I can understand your point of view, Jerry, when you said the name or you have. That's what the projection. But I don't know. Adam Engstrom, in my opinion, is going to be better to Jordan Harris. That's my projection about Adam Engstrom. But we'll see. The time will tell us. Fifth overall pick, 2020. Vinny, thanks so much for Sanderson. I appreciate that. Your comments. So my first job, what get paid about that. Any question? Montreal have debt on defense if he demands salary similar to Sanderson. Can use, should trade him. Kaden Coley, is it a top defenseman? Is it a first pairing defenseman? If he is, that's cost you $8 million, GSM. I don't say they have to, but that's the money is going to get there. Sanderson better get Shabbat. I agree with you. Look, he's maybe not close, but he's maybe not right there over, but he's going to be better career at Shabbat. Look, because he's a great defense. And the next 2 years, we will need to get out Amir Manan, Evan Tarak, and I hope Gallagher. Yeah, Jerry, I agree with you about that one over there. I think I should add Jake Allen, hopefully, and then you can add maybe David Savard for that one over there. Thanks so much for the likes. Ottawa, still top player for many years. Go job. Yeah, I agree with you. Luke from British Columbia is in the house. Welcome back. Thanks for being with us. And Ron Danny, fighting has always been a part of the game of hockey. It may be on the decline. It's not dead yet. Last season, the Montreal Canadiens were 7 and the league with 20 fighter major. 29, Gary. Only 29. That's not a lot. The game, guys, is about speed. He's going to have fight left and right. Of course. Of course. I'm just disagree. I don't see add Nicolas Delaurier, make a win, or Ryan Reeves for the Montreal Canadiens right now. Right now. But time will tell us. Jerry trade him. If is bad coach. Philippe Saint-Laurent, dans la région de Verdun. J'aime bien tes opposite rate. Give us more, s'il vous plaît. Philippe de Verdun. We will continue to this today, by the way. For sure, a lot of people in the chat. We said for a long time. Here we go, guys. Let's move on about one fight every 2 years. We can have enough about that. The Metropolitan Division, guys, I'm supposed to talk about this. Here we go. I'm going to go very quickly. I don't want to take too much time, but I'm going to go through this one there. Let's start in, guys, with the Hurricane, Carolina Hurricane. First of all, they already have 8 defensemen play full-time in NHL last season. Right? They add Olav, Bunting, D'Angelo, and Lemieux. And I don't mention the other players at the bottom, right? But they are the best. Olav, top 4 defenseman. D'Angelo, top 4 defenseman. 55 point, 52 point last season. Then they have Michael Bunting bring some kind of the forechecking, and they have. And they lost Matt Pacioretty. But remember, guys, Pacioretty did not score. Paul Stastny, they was the full center. Cody Bichir, the defenseman, playing now with the Detroit Red Wing. And Derek Stefan, another player right now, is Detroit 14-14, by the way, at the third quarter at the NHL football. Didn't mention about that. So now Chevnikov is going to be back. They have the goaltender Anderson Ranta signed a contract. Jordan Stahl signed extension contract. You're going to have a better year for Martin Nekash, Zed Jarvis, Jake Drury, another rookie for them. And we don't talk yet for Brett Burns, and we don't talk yet about Slavin. That team, top 5 in the NHL. My only concern for them, and in our tap or someone talk in the chat, they are 15 goal scoring last season. But how they dominate goal again and the PK, the top second in NHL. The power play, another big problem with that. It's funny when I realize that 20 only when you have Brett Burns, Sebastian Aho. I feel like they was better, the power play, but it's not. So, Zev Laka, welcome in the house. Thank you so much. Peter August, so did Lee make a mistake with St. Reeves or the worst last season? Great question about that, Pete. I'm going to answer to you after I finish the Carolina Hurricanes. But again, this is the Carolina Hurricanes. That's the reason I believe are going to be a very interesting team for the upcoming season. I have a lot of great feeling about that team for sure. Peter, by the way, I will answer now by you for you as your question. Look, for me, they don't have a lot of prospect. The Ren Reese guys, the only good thing about Ren Reese is too many years and too much money for him. But for me, he's a really good inside the locker room. When you have a pressure, is a guy can absorb the pressure. It can calm down everything. He's been great with the Vegas Golden Knight with Fleury. He's been the same way with the Rangers when he was there. That's the reason Ghana won him. He brings something. If you ever something happening, he will be there. But at the end of the day, my only concern for the defense is the defensive for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I know Samsonov is good, but DJ Brody have a really bad year last season. Giordano is getting older, struggle. And he already said John Klingberg. If you look about all the analytic number, everything, the GSF and the GSVA, and it can all the number, right? High percentage shooting, protect the puck, and front the net, everything. Klingberg, he's at the bottom of the defenseman regular in NHL last season. Not looking good on that side. They can score goal, but Toronto need to improve the defensive zone if they want to go there. For sure. It's been a great team for a number of the years. Problem is the same scoring. You're absolutely right, guys. And again, I would say the same thing with Luc Laforcine about the Buffalo guys. Like, Colorado could not do anything. Cannot go through the second round. First, you cannot go through the first round with Minnesota Wild. And then, whoop, they go through and they win the Stanley Cup. So at some point, I feel like maybe this is the year where I believe the Carolina are going to be very good for upcoming season. I understand they have to score more goals. Is a problem. If this guy does not play in the playoff like Gary Cournoyer, Rave should retire. He bring nothing. Coach, question. 4 Fingers Kokanemi was pissed. He did not get the cup. As a coach, do you read these comments as a fighter wanting to win or a spoiled player like King Patience? A great question, Franco, about this. This is a great one when I like to answer those questions because it's really what I like about the player's behavior. When he did that, right, as a coach, you always tell the player, do not disrespect anyone on the ice. Don't try to start the fire. That would be my conversation with him. He's a young player, but he need to learn those mistakes. But the problem after that, he got benched, healthy scratch, and he become upset about after that. He believe he does not deserve this, and they can just increasing the situation with Kokanemi with the Montreal Canadiens. And that's behind the door. Kokanemi talk again a Montreal Canadiens to Sébastien Aho, and everything starts from there. And then you can see the offer sheet, everything like that from the Carolina Hurricanes. But you don't want to have a player like that. You want to be sure, hey, score a goal, go back to the bench. That's it, that's all. We're going to only celebrate. Only the last thing we celebrate, the only time we're going to celebrate, it's when you win the championship at the end. That's it, that's all. If you win the division, celebrate. If you win the Eastern Conference, celebrate. If you win the Stanley Cup, celebrate. But don't give me a crap to celebrate when you score a goal and you jump in the glass, everything like that. That's what I hate about football. The football player score a touchdown. He does a two-back flip with a reverse, and then he tries to impress everybody. He just dropped the ball 5 times before that. I didn't see him drop a back flip when he dropped the ball. Keep your composure, respect the game, and go back to the bench and be ready for the next snap. That's your job. You should be a touchdown. That's it, that's all. We just add point. We did not win the game yet. We just get a touchdown. That's called respect. You respect the game, you respect your teammate, you respect the coaches, you respect the fans, you respect the opponent team, you respect the linesman, you respect the referee, and you see composure and the game. And no celebration. When I see a guy do a snack on the quarterback, he's running 20 yards. Are you kidding me? What about a guy that played before that? You get beat by the defensive line. I didn't see you celebrate. This, for me, it's something I hate about that for sure. Anyhow, thanks so much, everybody in the chat. I like question, guys. I pick up everything here. Most Montreal food, maybe. I don't really miss a lot that goes on your discussion about KK. Do you feel that Patrick Roy was not in the right of the round on his last Montreal game? Again, Patrick Roy stopped with, it was really take a lot of spotlight in the locker room. That was a problem. And Mario Tremblay tried to break it. And Patrick Roy did not accept this. So it was already cold between both of them before the game started. And Mario Tremblay penalized Patrick Roy to suffer between the pipe because of the bad game they got. But if it's happened about this, right, you maybe have a conversation with the players. Calm down everything. But Régent Houle did not do that way. Mario Tremblay did not sit down with the players. Michel Therrien told me he sent home Evgeny Malkin during a practice. And Malkin left the building with his hockey bag. Therrien did not know if he was coming back the next day. But again, it's about conversation. And it's happened. I see a player may do thing I did not like it. I sit with him after the game, but I sit him on the bench. I would tell the referee before the game start, if my player talk to you badly, don't penalize me, give me a 2 minute. Give him a crazy 10 minute. I would be happy. If one of my players don't respect you, let me know. So that's the way I would act with Patrick Roy. Great question, Peter. But again, sometimes you have to calm down too, right? You have to reevaluate everything. In a 24 hours period, this is the best way to do that. About this one there, I'm still with it. Carolina, we can live chat and the chat, guys. Keep up your great conversation. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That'd be awesome. Right now, I'm taking about 2 sound respect celebration. Thanks, Coach. You're welcome about that one over there. No, Yager yesterday have a class. It's front kind of celebration. Sebastian, about that one. With that, let's move on, guys, for the next team. We want to talk about this. The Devils and the addition. They add Tyler Toffoli, Nozek, Christiani, Colin Miller, and Luke Hughes. I put Luke Hughes there guys, because he's going to play full time now. Who lost? Sharankovic, Tatar, Severson, Wood, Bovis, Blackwood. They are really similar about that, right? Sharankovic, guys, Toffoli. It's an ad. If you talk about Wood, Bovis, they add Nozek. Right? Now we'll see what happened with Alexander Holtz and Simon Nemec. Blackwood, guy, it's not a big deal for them. They really did not lose. Maybe Tatar with 16 goals. And Severson, guy, Colin Miller, he was playing on the third pairing. That's good. And then you have Luke Hughes. The Devils, guy, going to be pretty good. The Devils, I really like their special team. It was 5 in the goal. They can score goal. Again, the defensive zone, the defensive goal, again, there was pretty good. 8. The power play 13. I will have a little bit more drop at 10. And the PK was really good. This is a really good team, the Devils. And Luciano talked earlier. The Carolina and the Devils going to fight all the way to the end, guys, for that. Thanks so much, GP16, to be a part of the show. I appreciate a lot. We appreciate and then again, chicken there. Stanley Cup chance about this. Devil 49-point crazy last season, 80 point again. Dropped last year. On here of William, be absurd about this, about the Devils. I'm going to get a bit more deeper, guys. Rangers, they add Blake Wheeler, Nick Bonino, Ren Pitlick, it's Tyler Pitnick, Alex Belzil, Eric Gustafsson, and Jonathan Quick. Guys, look what they lost. Kane, first line. Tarasenko, second line. Halak, Quick, similar. They lost Mikola, third pairing defenseman, and Tyler Martin on the 4 line. Wheeler, 38 years old, take the spot of Kane Tarasenko. Not looking good. Bonino, Pitlick, and Belzil. Pitlick and Belzil. 4 line. And Bonino. And Gustafsson over Mikola. A turn machine. Not looking good, the Rangers, guys. Not looking good. They will have to have exactly the reason they was goal again at 4th is because of Shostakin. And the defensive with Fox, with Lindgren, with Kemmerer and Trouba. But if Greater Zibanejad or Panarin don't have a great year with Trocheck, not looking good, the Rangers, guys. I don't see too much about them for the upcoming season. Goals for 12, pretty good. Power play 7, very good. And their PK, very good, 13. I don't know what you expect about the Rangers for upcoming season, but I agree with you, Randy. Coach, can you add me the description list for supporter? I became member of the day on the Buy Me a Coffee. We'll do a King, not a problem. I will definitely do that. I will take a note about this. Thanks so much. Let me know about that. I become a member the other day about this. Randy, worry about the Rangers H. Great coach. Kane and the Devils about that one over there. A lot of people are funny. Taco will blow up GP. Chicken will have to be very good. Look at Watson. I agree with you. The Rangers Laviolette will go down in the flame with Gary Conroy. And they add a good and the new coach over there. That's a point over there. Peter Laviolette over Gérard Galland. Really interesting point about this. Here we go. The Pittsburgh Penguins, guys. The Pittsburgh Penguins. But the Pittsburgh Penguins, guys, they add Riley Smith for Vegas. They add Lars Eller, Colorado Avalanche. Noel Achiri, Toronto St. Louis. Ren Pitlick for the Montreal Canadiens. Nieto came, I believe, from Colorado at some point. Then before that, San Jose. Eric Carlson for the San Jose Sharks. And Ren Greaves for the Devils. Before that, he was with the Colorado Avalanche and the Islanders. But they lost Jeff Petrie, Jason Zucker. That will hurt them. Petrie is with the Detroit, Zucker with Arizona. Dumoulin, I believe, with Vancouver. I could be wrong. Hannon's going to have a PTO with Boston. Ren Pullen with the Flyers. Josh Archibald is going to be out with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think he's with Washington and Jan Ruta with San Jose. Michael Grenland, San Jose. And Casey DeSmith with the Montreal Canadiens. But the big addition for them is really Carlson, Graves, and Roddy Smith. And then you have Eller and Atcheri for the bottom. They are better from last year? Yes, they are. On the paper, they look better. Last year, this is the only problem. They all have average. Goal for 16. Goal again, 19. Power play 14. PK 16. Some of this on the defensive zone, the guy, it was unfortunately the bad play of the goaltender. And I think that's something they have to get better have a better year. But they have to increase the number. They cannot make the playoff if they finish 16, 19, 14, 16. And until Crosby can run that team, this thing will go somewhere. Unfortunately, they struggled at the end of the season last year, and that's the reason they did not make it by 1 point, by the way. But it's a team right now with Carlson, Graves, Smith, Heller, and Atcheri. That satisfied their old. Unfortunately, they lost Jake Wenzel. I don't know how this going to help them for the upcoming season. But it's a team, I believe, make possible the playoff about that one over there. But the playoff race, Sebastien, Maurice, there we go. Pittsburgh, no way Penguins make a playoff. Older, you are easier to get hurt, Peter August. Do you think a team like Pittsburgh would be a good trade partner for Casey DeSmith? I feel like Alex Nikolskovic is not the number 2 we like on the complete team. But it just came from them, a king of gamer. So I don't think so. They would love to have him returning with the team. They just trade him. But I don't think so. It will happen. Next thing, guys, is the New York Islanders. Islanders, guys. Look what's happening to them. They add Gauthier, Kuhlman, and Bolduc only. They have almost the same roster like last year. I did not talk about the lower players left the team. And their departure is Zach Parise and Josh Bailey. Don't be surprised, guys. And I was thinking about this last night. I feel like Thomas Tatar is the new player with the New York Islanders. Remember, like last season, the New York Islanders did not announce 2 years ago Parise and Palmieri contract. I feel like Lou Lamoriello have an agreement with Thomas Tatar already. It does not make sense for me. Tatar is still open up for play somewhere. I could be wrong, but don't be surprised. Lou does the same thing with Thomas Tatar. Anyhow, goals for guy. They don't score enough goal Islanders. 5th and goal again, and picking 9 guys is because Sorokin and the defensive zone with Polak and Pelech, with Romanov, Mayfield, Thompson. But again, power play 30 in the NHL was the worst in the NHL. That team, guys, I don't think so. It will happening this year to make the playoff. Strength team, I agree with you about that. For that, and that's happening for me, guys, for that team. Next move on, the Washington Capitals. They only add Joel Edmondson for upcoming season. They have a little bit players after that, like secondary or thirdly, but I did not add them. They lost Sherry, Connor Brown, and Smith. And got goal for 2018, goal again. PK 11, power play 16. When you have Backstrom, Wilson, Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, Manta, John Carlson. It's a team of a lot of injury last year. I don't know if they're going to rebound, but I don't expect too much for the Washington Capitals for upcoming season. So that will be interesting about that team. Great for the conversation. The chat, guys, don't forget to click on the likes. I don't know if you don't mind. And then, guys, the next team we want to talk about is the Columbus Blue Jacket. They add Provorov, Zverson, Fantilli, Voronkov. They lost only Bay Raider, Peterson, and Smith. Really did not lose anything, honestly. But look, the special team that goes for. This guy, 30 in the league, 31, 26, and 25. They have what? How many points last year? 59, something like that? Give them extra 20 points. That'd be good. I don't think so, guys. This team make the playoff for the upcoming season. It's too far. Great comment in the chat, guys. Changing the guard coach. About that. Coach, I did a huge scouting report for ESPN Fantasy Draft the other day. You are in trouble. Here we go. We'll see about this King for sure. Finally, the last team of the night, guys, is the Flyers. They add Attaway for the Boston Bruins from the Washington Capitals, Rand Poland for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sean Walker for the Kings, Max Stahl from the Florida Panthers, and we have the goaltender Peterson for the Kings. They lost Kevin Hayes, Tony DeAngelo, two of the top 5 best players for the Flyers last season with a number of points, GVR and Provorov. Look on the right side, departure versus addition, not looking good. Okay, this is the team's going to be at the bottom, and their special team and the goal again, a goal at 4 is terrible. 29, 23, 32, 26. This is not very good about that one over there. Have fun, my backup with Columbus. I agree with you. It's nothing to write home about. I'm tired of losing, so I quit being an fans. They add Michkov. Here we go. So what the result of that situation called for tonight? My standing guy for the upcoming season and the Metropolitan. The Carolina are going to get 111 points. A little bit higher at the Devils at 108. I put the Rangers guy at 105, but I'm thinking it could be 100 about that. The Pittsburgh Penguins guys are 93. The Islanders are 93. Pittsburgh Penguins 97. Islanders 93. Capitals 85. Columbus 78. The Flyers guy at 60 at the bottom in NHL. I agree with you. Look about this. Zep, yeah. I agree about this. Yep, so right. Flyers, last place and ace overall, possibly. I agree with you. GVR with the Boston Bruins now. Jake, yes, he is. About that. Great. So, I don't know what is your standing for the Metropolitan for you. Who maybe tell me which team are going to make the playoff. That would be great. You can sharing this in the chat. They finished last. Frankie, absolutely right about this. Possibility to get a great draft choice again for Philippe Maurice. That's what I said earlier today. 3 teams from Metro make the playoff. William, about that. If I look again, if I check my standing right now in front of me, I would say to you the Rangers maybe too many points on that. That will be a team I will drop maybe at 100 points. And I'll go with the Carolina, New Jersey, Rangers, Islanders, Pittsburgh, Washington, Columbus, Philadelphia. So you put Islanders in front of Pittsburgh Penguins from in our tap. I said that, but Penguins will end up in third. Luciano, Islander with Pittsburgh. The rest is good. A little bit king like in our tap. Thanks so much, my friend GP. And after I have Pittsburgh ahead the New York Islanders. Look, Carolina, Devils, Islanders, Rangers, Columbus, Caps, Pittsburgh, and Flyers. Not good for the playoff from Metropolitan. Only 3 teams. Canada, New Jersey, Rangers. One finish with 77 points. Nicolas. Columbus could surprise if Anthony shine right away. Yeah, that. Chicago, Gary said. Jerry, Chicago should make it. Leon, does anyone in the chat really know what the Washingtons need to go to break a Gretzky record? I'm taking about 10 playoff, currently about 10, 16. Carolina Devils, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh for William McClary. And I don't surprise if you need to add the league, Frankie. I would not be surprised, Frankie. I wouldn't be surprised they will do this. My only concern is the goaltender, but I wouldn't be surprised. Nicola, Carolina, New Jersey, Rangers, New York, and Pittsburgh, Washington, Colorado, Philadelphia, Columbus. The Flyers will finish 32. Gary, I agree with you. The door was wide open. Joe Manella, 17-14. Thanks so much about this. That's great. That was conclude, guys, all the stuff we have here on the news of the day, for sure. I want to finish with many very quick NHL news around the league before we go to guys. Still until the end tonight, I have a lot of great questions for Frenchy Quiz. I consider that question tonight 5 questions, at least 9 on 10 the difficulties of the question tonight. So don't go nowhere. If you want to learn about something tonight, still until to the end of the show. Great question about that. NHL news, guys, we got tonight, if I can get it, the news. By the way, for the Montreal Canadiens, Caden Poulin retired as a hockey professional. He was drafted in your calendars, 126 overall pick, 2008. Played only 50 games. He did not play any games since 2015 in NHL. .899, 3.07 for Kevin Poulin. NHL news, guys. We just talked about Jake Sanderson. I don't want to talk much about him. We already talked about him, what we expect from him. I want to talk about the Flyers a little bit. They signed Flyers Tyler Frost a 2-year contract at $2.1 million. He scored 19 goals last season with the Flyers. They hired Bob Murray as a special advisor and as Danny Edley as a member of the staff for the Philadelphia Flyers. This is the news for them for Flyers. The next thing I want to talk about is the Pittsburgh Penguins. They hire Doug Wilson. Doug Wilson was the GM for San Jose Sharks for many years. He have a turnover now by the Kansas City Chiefs after contacts lost the ball. Look like for that one over there. Anyhow, Doug Wilson as special advisor to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Finally, guys, I want to ask this question. I would like to see what you think about that. Do you think are you going to follow the PWHL, the Professional Women Hockey League? Became really a big splash in the hockey world with 6 teams: Boston, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal signed, of course, Poulin DBA as the players. But what do you feel about this? Is this something you're going to pay attention? Is this something we should talk more about that league? No, look like it's not a turnover for that. Anyhow, what are you feeling about the PW? Danny Edley, yes, Luc Laforcade, Pittsburgh, New York Islanders would be on the top 3, Sebastien. Peter William, don't let Pittsburgh fool you. They are slow and old and get injured. RDP, Doug Wilson have a good shot from the blue line. Yes, I agree with you. I wonder, come on, Jason Johnson feel about his wife. For that one, the good news about this, Edley is with the Flyers, not with the Pittsburgh. For that, Doc is a better player and is in Montreal because the Kokanemi signed the order sheet. Ab fans should be thankful he did. For sure, a little bit need to promote it for an attack. Now you need to get a healthy Flyers jersey, Danny. But you need a lady hockey team. And won't last long in our tap for Luciano Graziano about that PWHL. That's concluded, guys. Everything we talk about this tonight, I don't know if you have any subject you want to talk before we move on for other things. Any question I forgot in the night? I know Luciano asked a question earlier. Anyone want to ask question? I'm here for now for about maybe 5 minutes before we go to Frenchy Quiz, if you don't mind. That'd be good. And we can finish the show that way after that. This Willie Snyder. Guys, I'm going to... Danny T Willie Snyder, uh, are you willing to come to the Frenchy Quiz tonight? I'm going to be live with you if you want to. It's Thursday night, guys. We're going to finishing this with fun. Why not? So it's Willie Snyder and Lucian and Danny T want to join me live for the quiz. I can do this for you, and then we can do this with you. We're going to add you guys in the Frenchy Quiz live with me if you want to. Just confirm in the chat. Respect it. Is that great? Who is your NHL team coach? Honestly, A2, I don't have. That's my honesty. Now, I follow sometime, but I'm not very into it about that. So I like players, but I don't follow this for the last 7 years. So I don't tell you exactly. I pick up some game left and right. Coach, what kind of contract do you see Wi-Fi signed for the extension and maybe some the other pending free agent? I think Jakai is going to be at 2 or 3 years, maybe at $1.8 million. Similar at Jordan Harris. I think Harris is at 1.4. So I expect that for that. For this. Coach, why do you degenerate women hockey? You like hockey or not? Oh, no. I did not denigrate hockey at all, women. I just ask you if you're going to follow. That was my question. The PWHL. So hopefully, look, if you heard something different, no, not at all. I love hockey, women. I coach women hockey, so that hopefully that clarified the situation for you, Coach. I want your thought on what the Kane do at the end of the game when they win. I will say to you, I know it's a little bit different from what I said earlier, but this is a different thing, right? It's entertaining at the end for the fans, so they don't disrespect the game. It's for entertaining. The hockey in South, I've been there. I create this. I saw it. And South hockey, they love entertaining. Fight. They love checks. They love entertaining stuff. Cheerleaders, mascot, events, show after the game. This has been that way. So at the end, if they don't do this to ridiculous more the open team, I understand maybe for the hockey is maybe different, but at the end of the day, um, um, both of you guys are going to be at the chat for and the green room if you don't mind for a couple of minutes, Danny and Willie. If you don't mind, you'll be there for a couple of minutes. All right, stay there. Thank you. So that will be a great point, great question, the channel about that. I feel like I have more interest in the fifth game involved. Okay, that's why I prefer NHL, but I'm not against PW. I just find the NHL more complete. Yeah, I agree with you about this game, but I think at some point we need to involve a little bit more the PWHL about that thing. That thing, Chef for dear about that. Obviously, when he was not there to hear what Coach said a few weeks ago about that one over there. I don't know. What he said, Gary. Coach, last year we did not expect Seattle to be that good. Would you compare them to Montreal if we are LT? Not yet, Gary. But it's a great question, Gary. I would say that why? Because they have depth. They have depth in the defense. Vince Dunn. They have Adam Lawson, Olichak. Grobauer was really good between pipe. And then McCann can score goal. Matthew Bernier get there. I can go with many other players that they got last season. They have Yannick Gourds at the bottom six, a little bit more, and they shoot at her. They miss a plays like this. Now, I believe Gary Montreal is going to have more point. What kind of point? I'm not sure. But but I don't think so. Seattle is going to repeat the same way, Gary. But I understand. Yes, I will look at I tried to get 007 if his comments from Inatap about that. Go quiz. Yeah, we're getting there. Just kidding. Return at that. Obviously, Vinny was not there to hear what Coach said a few weeks ago. I don't know what you talk about. Will you be still the worst Atlanta season? Will we still be the worst? I feel. And 2044 after the season. It's too early to say that game because if they add some kind of UFA and you can see the development of goaltender and the development, I'm talking about Montembeault and other players in Montreal Canadian, I cannot project this right now. It's too early to mention that. Coach, who is the next to quit Montreal, the club, except the Smith? Great question, Frankie. I could be wrong here. I will guess. Dvorak or Monahan. That would be my best answer, Frankie, about that. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a special edition of the Frenchy Quiz. They are back in the house after a couple of months off, and they study all summer. Of course, they are ready to rock and roll the show tonight with me. And I tried to get my sheet populate the right way about that. I'm getting too many right now. I have like 3 of them, and I'm getting like too much stuff right there. But I'm getting there. Take me a break here. September 8th for me. Coach, do you really think that Carlson will make a big entrance in Pittsburgh? I think so. Look, wide puck position, carry on the puck, open space, and you have a player like Malkin, Carlson, Guanzel, Rust, Riley Smith can put the puck in the net. I feel it will be there. That's where. Now, defensive zone, the key guys for Pittsburgh, in my opinion, if we don't have no injuries, it's going to be Travis Jarry. If Jarry became the same goaltender he was 2 years ago, he's going to be fine. He's going to be right, look. All right, so the quiz. Again, Coach Vinny, yes, sometimes I'm going to add that. If you all can use Jeff Gordon, Carly is ready to trade Ellen Dehan in Montreal. What are you ready to give? Too many players GV for Tressadol, that would cost you too much. It costs you at least a Caulfield, a Cooley, and maybe plus more. Ownership should have side with Roy, fire Tremblay, all and send with Roy to be traded, then fire Tremblay, all. Yeah, I agree with you, JSM. That situation, particular Roy, guys, Jean Roule, Mario Tremblay, push the Montreal Canadiens 10 years after that backwards. Sometimes in life, you said when you have to take big decision, something happened to you, you know, like a disagreement with someone. Sometimes it's better to hold your reply, your response, calm down, think 24 hours, reevaluate the situation, then meet the person you disagree with. That's the best way. GSM Pittsburgh will make the playoff. How does the application weight the amount of that player won? How much they were willing to give? But it depends, Kane, the situation. Each application is different, and everybody go with the value of what they're thinking they deserve. And then after that, most of the time, it's not good. And the team and the player doesn't want to get there, but every time they have happened. Carlson would blame Jarry about this one over there. 10 years more like a 30. Look like Boston about that. Lay friends are not allowed to show the channel about that. We have to have a no. We invite fans leave. We got 24-17 for the quiz for the Kansas City. Here we go, guys. Quiz time right now, and I'm trying to open up. Yesterday, guys, and our tap still take the leader board at 16, and Marco Larrabee is at 4-1. The only one won yesterday the contest. Tonight, guys, we have directly from Colorado, sit in the house, just back from his training for the WWE. And the right corner, Mr. Willie Snyder, is in the house tonight.
Oh my God!
Welcome back, Mr. Willie Snyder. Can you say a couple of words?
Going down, Danny. Danny, you're going down.
Are you ready to get tonight a great Frenchy quiz?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get my number 5 right now.
And another corner, sit at home in the garage after he hit 2 pounds of the shrimp. Somehow came back from home, ready to rock and roll, and he's ready with his new helmet. Ladies and gentlemen, the moderator captain, Mr. Donnie T is in the house tonight. Here we go. Ready to rock and roll. The helmet, the hair, the glasses. He has everything set up and ready to rock and roll, Danny. Welcome in the house.
How am I
Thank
not
you,
surprised?
Coach.
How
are you there, Willie? Hello, Hockey Nation.
I got you the link, brother. That's how you do me. Oh, man. You
Do I
could have
look
just
sexy?
backed it off just a little bit, man. Just a touch.
Nicolas,
All right, let's start the quiz.
It's a good look.
Hi, everybody.
It's just,
Salut tout le
it's a
monde.
little over the top, Daddy. A little over the top, brother. All right. So.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Here we go. Let's get the show. Move on with the Frenchy Quiz guy. Nicolas, you have 6W. Everybody in the chat, guys. Crux Danny is on one and the only one every day. 5 questions we got tonight, guys. 5 questions tonight. And let's start with the first question of the night. Here you go, guys. How many teams in NHL have 2 or plus defensemen with a salary cap of $8 million or plus AAV per season? How many teams in NHL have 2 defensemen at $8 million for that one? Oh, sorry, Danny, I'm going to bring this here about that one over there. Here we go. 1 minute to answer that one. Good luck, everybody. And go with an easy question tonight, the first one of the night. It could be the easy one. So, on the time, Danny thinking, and Woody, of course, they are thinking. Thanks so much, everybody. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like.
I knew it was easy quiz, Coach. I knew it was easy. When you invited me, I was like, oh, it's easy.
I tried to get the right way about that. Leo Renault go with D. Real deal will go with 2. Forget, I know important that Ken Allen won't retire. So, no choice. Thanks so much for that one, Frankie. Then we have Nicolas S. I don't know. Round with King C. Claude Richard with C. Thanks so much. RG with B. D for then that tough question. Cracks about that one over there. We have Roy with C. Sebastian with C. Joe Manella with D. Luc Laverson with E. So far, during the time, Vinny with B. A2 with E. We'll see the time is up. During the time, we get more people in our tap or anybody yet. Nicolas will go with C. We have GSM with B. A2 with E. Mr. Willie, let's start with you for the give a chance to Danny to respond back to you after that. Nicolas go with A, and after with B, and Frankie with A. Willie.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to Cale Makar for getting on the cover of the 2024 NHL, and I know he's over the 8, so I'm going to go with D, Coach. It might be a stab in the dark, but man, I'm going Cale Makar, D.
Yeah, already a response for Danny said, no, sir, you are wrong. Danny, what is right?
I would say C. 3.
3 for C, right. Mr. Oops, sorry about that. Mr. Danny, about that.
Oh my God.
And the answer of that one, ladies and gentlemen, is B. Both of you out on that one over there, but we have a few people did it, guys. Maurice Robillard, Jean GP16, King of Gamer, NR GSM, Vinny, RJ, RDP are the winner of the first contest, 1 and 1. And both of you guys start with 0-1, but that's okay. You have 4 more to respond to come back for another great question.
That was my second guess? My second guess was B. You didn't even ask, Coach.
You're absolutely right, Nicola. Next question, guys. Not easy. Oh, yes. Easy, this one. How many players have 600 plus points since the Metropolitan Division was founded? Was the right timing to do that? Why not? We'll talk about Metropolitan tonight. 4 players, 5 players, 6 players, 7 players, or 8 players have 600 points since the Metropolitan Division was founded. Good luck, everybody. Danny, think again.
Oh, lost the helmet. Oh man, that's gonna cost you points there, Danny. Hey,
it was Ottawa and Rangers, I believe. Well, A to go with C. Whoa. We have Joe Manella with A, Ron with D, Leon with A, Sebastian with A, Claude Richard with C. A lot of people participate tonight. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to click on the like before you leave the building tonight. We have Nicolas at B, Roy with A. Thanks so much. GSM at C, Gary Conway at C. The time is a bit up. Then we have Luc Laforson at D, Vinny at D. Frankie, don't understand the question. Frankie is how many players have 600 points in NHL since the Metropolitan Division was founded from the Metropolitan Division? Example, I'll give you one. Crosby. Malkin. But I can give you more after that. RG go with C and Artap with C. We have King with A, Andy with C, Frankie with C, Maurice with C, JP with C, Real Deal with D, and Willie. No, let's go with Danny. I apologize for that one.
I will go with C.
C with everybody else. Mr. Willie.
Oh.
I'm going to have to copy somebody's answer, and I'm going to have to go with D, my lucky number 7.
7 on that one over there.
Oh, my God!
And the answer of that one? It's 5. Wow, guys.
That was my second answer.
Wow.
Oh,
we have
man.
only Nicolas de Gobi Bono is right at 5, and everybody else is no score. Nobody take the lead. 2 and 2, guys. On that one, we have only 5 players got 600 points, and that's what we got. Both of you are 0-2. You're still in the game, guys. We only one answer trail to tie the game tonight. So don't go nowhere. Still 3 more questions to go.
And Danny is still looking ravishing. Like he hasn't lost his good hair yet. So he's still.
Here we go.
Good job. Keep that fire, Danny.
How many players have spent their entire NHL career played for both the Philadelphia Flyers and the Pittsburgh Penguins? How many of them? 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4? Good luck, everybody, on that one. How many players did that? Non, I think Nicolas, il a pris une chance, mon Frankie. Danny, do you have a dogs?
No.
No?
Like Muffin Man over there.
No, why?
No, just a pet or something like that.
No, I'm slapping Matthews.
And then we have Real Deal with C, Ron with King with A. And we wait. Nicolas go with B. Thanks so much, Nicolas. Wait for answers on the time. GSM said, hey, I'm answering before the question. Now I have the same chance of getting it right. A2 about that one there. Thanks so much for all the live we got tonight. Leon Renault, go with B. Thanks so much, Leon Renault. We have Sebastian at C. We have Roy at A. Thanks so much, Roy, Maurice. Many of you guys stay until to the end to participate at the show, at the quiz. Very kind of you. Luc Laforcine, go with C. Vinny, go with E. Gary Cornet, go with A. And Arthur, go with C. Exactly like Luc Laforcine. I don't know if it's good news or bad news. Nicolas, go with B. Luciano with B. Andy, go with back in the house. Andy, welcome back, my friend. Hopefully doing well. If you are here earlier, I apologize. Crux, go with D on that one. GP, go with 16. And let's go with Willie for the last, or for the third question of the 5. Can go with C and A2 with D.
I think I'm going to have to copy the French wrench and go with C.
With which
go
one?
With Luke's answer is C. With C2.
2 for
I'm copying Luke's answer.
King go with C. Joe Manella go with C. Maurice Robillard go with B. And Arthur go with D. About that one. Then Mr. Danny T. Elvis.
I'm gonna go with B.
B for Mr. B, right? Boys, right?
Yep.
Good one, Danny.
Right.
B.
That's my second choice.
Here we go.
Oh my God!
He's right. Danny T scored the first goal of the night with one good answer. But RJ Calabro and Maurice Robillard take the lead with 2 with Nicolas de Gobi-Bono. And we have a good answer from Danny T, Luciano Graziano, and Leon Renault scored 1 goal on the third question of the night. 2 more to go, guys. Don't go nowhere. And we're getting there very quickly and finishing the show very strong on the right way about that one over there. And question number 4, guys. Very interesting, that one. I'll take time to read that for everybody to understand. From the list below, from the 5 choices you have, which answer is not true about Guy Lafleur? Signed as a UFA twice. Nordic had 2 times his rights. Was drafted twice in NHL. Minnesota North Star owned his rights. Was traded twice in NHL. Which one of them is not true about Guy Lafleur? Good luck, everybody. Take a time about that. Le B, à l'honneur de ce soir, Nicolas de Gobi-Bono. Des Nordiques de Québec, je te parie que c'est encore B pour Nicolas de Gobi-Bono. Et voilà. Guy Lafleur. One answer is not true about Guy Lafleur. Jersey at Danny. Real deal set C was drafted twice in NHL. E from A2.
That's a pretty good one.
Go to the shot with E.
Danny should know this one right off the top of his head. He's got the
GSM set C. Impressive, Danny Luc Laforcine. Léon Renault go with C. Nicolas go with B. RJ go with A. Joe Manella go with D. Sébastien go with D. Luc Laforcine go with E. Vinny go with C. Roy with C. Frankie with E. King go with C. GP go with C. Gary Connery go with E. Maurice Robillard go with C. And Arthur go with E. Ron Weekend go with E. Andy Coivula go with E. Mr. Danny.
All right. This is a really tricky question but I will go with C.
All right.
Because there's no way that he was drafted twice in the NHL. No.
All right. Woody, do you trust your partner?
Love you, Danny, and you know LaFleur. I'm gonna have to go with A.
A.
Oh my God!
E is the wrong answer. Was traded twice in NHL. Never happened to Guy Lafleur, but he was signed as a UFA twice in NHL, the New York Rangers and the Quebec Nordic. Nordic had 2 times his rights during his career. He was drafted twice, 1 time by the Montreal Canadiens and 1 time by the North Star, Minnesota North Star as an expansion team in 1990s. And North Star owned his right because they draft him in expansion, and he was traded to the Quebec Nordic for Alan Alwork, Edward from the Nordic, and that's happening about that one. And then the answer that one, guys, we got now after 4 questions. RG at 2. We have Enartap at 2. We have Maurice Robillard at 2. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono at 2. Many of you score a goal on that one. And this is what I got so far after 4 answers about this one. You get that draft twice. Is a team that does not sign you. And at the first 2 years, you can go back in the draft. You're absolutely right about this one with Kings. Luc Lafortune scored a goal on that one. About that one for
Coach,
sure.
Are you giving me all Entertap's second answers from last night? Because that's what it seems like. I'm getting 0, and that's what Entertap was getting last night.
Last question of the night. Maybe you're going to break the ice, Mr. Willie, and then Danny, you could tie the game, Danny. So think twice before you give us an answer tonight. Mr. Which player below is not true? Which player below is not true? An NHL team owned his right, and he did not play any game with the team. Brand Leach with the Oilers. Chris Pronger with the Coyotes. Eddie Belford with the Predators. Larry Floyd with the Devils. And White Red Dan with the Islanders. All 5 players, at some point, they got the rights of the players. But one of them, he did play game. The 4 other never played a game for the team, but he was owned the rights from that players. Good luck, everybody. Not easy. I told you tonight it's going to be hard. AK is at 2, by the way. I apologize, AK. I'm glad you told me that. A2 go with E. Real Deal go with C. Thanks so much. Nicolas, I don't know yet. Ron go with B. Again, which one did not it's not true, right? For that answer. Luc Lafortune go with C. Craig with C. Léon Renaud go with E. Gary Connery go with E. Sébastien go with B. Roy with E. Claude Richard with E. Maurice Bonneau. Vinny go with C. Joe Manella go with D. GSM go with C. Look, Luciano go with A. Frankie go with B. Nicolas go with B. GP go with C. GSM go with C. During the time is up. We're going to wait for Enarta to give us an answer. It was drafted by the Islanders, Luc Lafortune. Yeah, absolutely right. Possible, Luc. But did he play with them or not? Let's go with Mr. Willie. Try to break the ice tonight. Which one do you think is the right answer? Enarta go with E.
I almost think that B is going to be true. I almost remember Pronger playing for the Coyotes, so I'm probably going to get my 0 and good fashion tonight. I'm going to go with C, Eddie Belford, Predators.
Eddie Bedford, Predators. All right, Mr. Danny, can you tie the game if you're right? Maurice Robillard go with E, and Andy Quivela go with A.
I actually agree with Willie. I go with the Belfort.
Belfort. Now, the question, guy, was
He never.
which player below is not true? NHL team on his right, he did not play any game with the team, right? Which one did not about that? I said tonight, guys, this was difficult tonight. And I can tell you why. And for tonight, guys, we have another question where
Oh my God!
the answer is D. Larry Floyd for the Devils play few game with them, but other player guy, Brian Leach, he was traded others, never play with them. Chris Pronger, he was straight. Eddie Pelford, the Nashville Predator guys, on his right twice, but he never played game with them. And Wade Redden never played game with the New York Islanders guys. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight the only one have a good answer, the last one. I cannot recall it. I cannot. Someone get it? The answer of D. On that one over there. Joe Manella is the only one get a right answer on that one over there. Guys, we have a winner of 2 and 5 tonight. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono, the winner. Maurice Robillard, the winner. Andy Cuivula, the winner. We have Enartap at 2 winner. RJ Calabro at 2 is the winner tonight. They are the only winner on this show on that night. Danny, 1 and 5, and Woody Snyder, 0 and 5. Your spot on that night. Many of you have one good answer on this show tonight. A great performance. Before we leave, we want to thank everybody. Danny, give you a 30 second. Can you do an impression of Elvis Presley?
No, not right now. My doors is wide open, and my neighbors don't complain if I do it.
Yeah, the bird.
All I can do is I'm all shook up.
All right, Willie, it was a pleasure to meet you tonight. Willie, hopefully doing well. Thanks to join us tonight. Danny, always a pleasure to have you aboard on that one.
Thank you very much, Coach. Randy,
Hey, Willie,
Savage just signing off.
Hey, Willie.
Hey,
Who went down? I got 1 right. You got 0.
true.
Oh,
Nah,
shook up.
you got me. You got me on. Oh yeah, this is Randy the Macho Man Savage, and I'm getting torn up by Danny.
Mr.
But
Macho Man.
enjoy your stream, brother.
Not a problem. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks
for
so much,
letting me in
Danny.
Here.
Always a
Saying hi
pleasure.
to everybody on the chat. Nice competing with you, Willie. Everybody have a good night.
Thank you. Congratulations
All right.
on the winners. Great job. You guys got easy 2 questions right.
Have a good night, both of you. Have a great night. We'll see you next time, my friend. Have a great night. Here we go, guys. Let's conclude another great show of the Hockey Nation tonight on the great Thursday night, thankfully night, where we hopefully have an amazing, great night with us. Tonight we talk about the Metropolitan Preview. We're going to be back tomorrow night or Saturday night. We're not sure yet, and it's just not sure. My schedule is a bit complicated for the next 2 days, but we'll be back Sunday night for the first show of course, the Montreal Canadian weekly report. We're going to talk about the Montreal Canadian for the upcoming season, upcoming week, Sunday night. Possibly will be there Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. And Hockey Nation, I show is going to start its first show in French in the next couple of days. So a lot of transformation. I still figure out everything, but don't stay around me. Don't give up on the channel. Thanks again to joining us tonight. And many people won the contest tonight, by the way. Congratulations. And that's concluded, guys. Another Hockey Nation Live show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy Quiz for the beautiful country of Thailand on an amazing, great Thursday night, thankfully night, September 7, 21-20 football. If you want to follow the game with 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go remaining on this game. Until the next time, guys, don't forget to click on the like. We wish you an amazing, great night. But you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. You have greatness inside of you. That's the most important thing, guys. Hopefully, you had an amazing, great night at the Hockey Nation. You enjoyed the show. Please continue to subscribe to the channel, sharing the channel to everybody. We are about 100 subscribers to reach the 7K. And of course, continue to follow my video every single day. We produce about the Hockey Nation. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey Nation app Nation. Don't forget to check the apparel. Don't forget to subscribe for the Fantasy Hockey if you want to play with us. And then at the end of the night, we want to remind you one more thing. We want to thank all the moderators in the chat tonight. The team was here tonight, by the way. Thanks so much, all of you. We want to thank, of course, RG Calabro, and, of course, all of you who joined me live on Amazing Great Hockey Nation live tonight show. Until the next time, guys, of course, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the second half of what? Your 2023. Thanks again for joining us tonight. Sweet dream. Have an amazing, great night. And, of course, we want to remind you, Hockey Nation show. Want to tell you one more thing. We love you, people. See you the next time. Have a great night, everyone.
Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now.
Have a good night, Frankie.
Is this another breakdown? You
Good
and
night,
me,
Luciano,
should
and
I
after.
say